everyone, my name's Amanda D. Today I want to talk about the alignment and the anatomy of Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So the first thing is in Warrior 1, you want to find the correct position of the feet. So you can lie a strap down or draw a line in the middle of the mat. Sometimes this can be really handy to have this line in the middle of the mat so you know where to place your feet. So in Warrior 1, you should have a wider stance from side to side, basically about sit bone distance apart. So if you reach behind your gluteus muscles, the bottom there, you should feel two bones. And these are the bones that we sit on, sits bones. And you want your feet to be about that wide from side to side. So when you come into Warrior 1, you should have that same distance from the inner heels. Now, the back foot is turned slightly forward, about 60 degrees angle. And then it's very important that you push the outer heel down so that you see a nice clear lift of the arch of the back foot. So that's going to dictate how long your stance is from front to back. So experiment with that until the point that you can get your foot back as far as you can, but you're able to press the outer heel down firmly and you see the clear lift of the arch. That's going to help you to engage the gluteus maximus muscle. Now in this pose, a lot of people just kind of sink into the pose this way, and then the glute muscle in the back is all relaxed. Then eventually, doing this over and over, especially if the hip flexors are tight at the front, the iliopsoas muscle right here, it can pull the femur bone forward, and you've got lots of nerves in front of that area, and it can start to impinge the nerves and pull the femur bone out of the socket. So it's really important not only for it to have this nice round bottom that looks great, but also to strengthen this powerhouse in the back that helps to pull the femur bone back and create space in the front of the hip joint for all the ligaments there, the tendons, and for the nerves that run in front of the hip. So you push down through the outer heel. You can see there the glute will engage, and then you can think about engaging the glute more by almost like you're pushing the foot down into the floor. Now from there, you want to press the big toe mound down, and that's going to activate the inner line. So not only do you have stability in the hip joint in these back hip extensors, but when you push the big toe mound down without collapsing the arch of the foot, you should feel the inner line of the leg engage. And that's also stabilizing the front of the hip. So you've got strength in the front and the back. The front knee should point towards your little toe. Again, you can see that if my knees collapsed in and tight on my adductors, the inner leg muscles, it can pull the knee joint out of position, creating lots of knee problems. So I want to angle my knee towards my little toe and the arch will lift. And then the knee stays over the ankle, so the shin is perpendicular. I keep curling my toes forward as far as I can. And I'm trying to pull the inner femur bone. So you go to the inside of the inner femur bone, the top of the thigh bone, and try and move that part of the femur bone back. If you lean forward, it's going to be a lot easier to find that. So there should be space in the front of the hip, but there should be stability. Engaging the glute, pushing through the outer heel. Now, the other thing that people do, as well as allowing the femur bone to go forward and just relaxing this back leg and hanging out there, is that they bend the back knee. And that can be because the hip flexor in the front is pulling and bending the knee because it's tight. Or again, it could be just laxity. So there's no engagement around the hip joint. If you lean forward, that's going to take the stretch out of the hip flexors, the iliopsoas muscle in the front, and then it'll be easier for you to straighten the back leg. Now, when you straighten the back leg, the quadricep will be able to engage to lift the kneecap up and keep the knee in its correct position so it's not being pulled off to the side. Press through the outer heel, like I mentioned before, engage the glute, pull the inner femur bone back, feel like you go on the inside of the femur bone and then move it back. That would be the adductor magnus there, helping with that. Leg is straight. And then from there, you're trying to lift the front of the pubis up, lengthen the tail down. And then you move your body back as upright as you can. Maybe you can bring your hands into it, palms together, hands in front of your heart, look at your thumbs. You're going to kind of turn yourself to the right slightly so the left ribs go towards the right ribs. So you're turning towards that front leg, but keep this external rotation of this back leg. So don't pull the knee in. If everything's engaged here, this leg will be nicely aligned. And there you have it. Warrior 1 alignment. Have a great day.